Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Triton Cup on Dapple Productions. We are bringing you guys winners round 3 of this very stacked and exciting tournament. And we got a lot of strong players in this lobby that I can call up right here. But as we are got 4,500 credits going up against Peach Frog. I know these are very interesting names, but we got Cam that is on Penguin playing with I believe that's Stormy. That's Storm, the ballpoint Storm with U-Snipe and Sword as well. And then on the other side, we got, I believe that's Hendrix with Akka and Kami with Daybreak. So a very strong lobby to say the least, Dallin.
Oh, yes. I could say that I'm very familiar with some of these names. I have been seeing Storm quite a lot on Twitter because ballpoint's propaganda, albeit I will admit to having some... Well, I don't always... the ballpoint community is so funny because there's like two specials that are you either want super chumps or you want tri strikes, and then there's me who's like, no.
And then there's you, right? We're gonna probably see the comments will come out here. We are starting on Splat Zone's Unami or Umami. I'm sorry, I'm saying Unami. I've always called it Unami. But so we're going to see a very lockout heavy game take place on the side of both teams, and we're going to get right into it immediately. This is winners round 3, so winner does advance, I believe, to that best of 5 sitting. It will be best of 3 still.
That is true. And oh, we're already seeing my favorite weapon, ballpoint, getting some representation. Nearly identical same builds as I have as well. The only difference is I don't run drop roller. But ballpoint can thrive very well on this map, but not too. Like Nautilus is always a very respectable weapon to see.
Yeah, for sure. Daybreak on there has always been known to play Nautilus on the side. We can see him do right there. Comment on these textures has always been very good as well. We see him do a lot of work here as well. So control the zone, we immediately go inside of Peach Frog, but 3 members do go down. Basically a delay, kind of a delay white coming out for each side of the credit, able to fight back control of that zone.
And I'm right. Like I know I'm a commentator here, but this is probably the first time that I'm seeing another ballpoint play, so I'm probably going to be paying close attention to what they're doing. And I'm very excited. However, unfortunately for credits, I'm not going to remember the number at the top of my head. Unfortunately for the credits team there, they went 3 down and they just got pushed back into their spawn, and it can be quite difficult to get out of the spawn on this map though, right?
Yo, can we talk about Daybreak for a second on this Nautilus, just causing a lot of trouble for the middle for the credit, getting a lot of ping, a lot of chip, and just a lot of space being given for the side of Peach Frog. This could be a good win for them right here as we come out here. We see Kami sharking on each other, waiting for a right time, waiting for opportunity, still holding patience. It's going to probably go for the strike now. It's still sharking. So we're going to wait, but unfortunately ends up going down. But 2 members go down on the side of Peach Frog, but control is still in their favor. They haven't gotten control yet. So here's going to try to pop that booyah bomb and possibly get in, holding control. Here comes the traffic as well onto the zone. 2 end up going down, and so we're going to see a wipeout come out on the side of Peach Frog. And for the credits, finally gets a chance at that zone.
Yeah, it's going to be their turn to see if they can uphold a very, very long lockout. They're going to have to uphold a very long lockout or try to go for another one just in case they get recapped or something.
Yeah, for sure.
9 is a lead to beat, and it looks like that Reef Slider really did save Kami from those tripling strikes. I've never really been... Oh, well. Looks like Peach Frog is going 3 down, but they're going to be back. They'll be back. They always are.
Indeed, they will be back, especially. You only have 25 seconds left to go to control that zone. The booyah ball coming out right now. It's going to neutralize the zone, but nobody goes down. The dudes that one down, along with the Tetris. One future, one back, but all forced in a very situation. Has to take this fight in order to win. Has to take a 2v2. Nice pick right there. It's going to control the zone. Able to neutralize the zone before the lead gets taken. But fortunately, rushing the zone a little bit too early. So now we get a neutralize 1v1 here on top of the zone. Here comes Storm on the side. But nice pick there by the dueling. Really trying to back for the inkjet from Storm. So now 2v2 situation, 3v2 situation going on right now. The machine is the only one left alive, and it's not going to be enough to get anything going, unfortunately. So 4,500 credits is going to take game 1 in dramatic fashion.
Yeah, that was an amazing comeback because they got locked out pretty hard by Peach Frog at the beginning. However, they just once they recuperated really quickly after getting picked off a few times. They were able to organize a push and, well, win. However, I also have to give props to that machine for winning that 2v1. This machine's more of a 1v1 weapon, and the fact that they were able to win that 2v1, or as they did, that's actually good for them because it did help stall for time. Well, it's unfortunate that whenever Peach Frogs would get into a good position to start pushing, they'd actually fall down players at the wrong time.
You got to give credit to Storm and that ballpoint, able to just completely hold that space for the side of for the 500 credits in order to help them win that game. And you mentioned that you want us to see the ballpoint. This is actually one of the best, if not pretty much the best ballpoint that we have in the West. One of the best we have in the West. This is Storm. That's been his main since Splatoon 2, as far as I know.
Well, I would say that it's somewhat of a good ballpoint thing too, so I'm not at the same level of caliber as Storm, though I would like to work to be.
Of course. I'd
like to work my way up there as well.
Yeah, of course, you just keep working towards you can get there. But when you saw the Peach Frog, they actually played really well, especially since a team they're pretty much like getting outmatched by like skill wise. And Daybreak on that Nautilus did a lot of work. People been sleeping on Nautilus, man. Nautilus is really strong, and it's still the busted weapon it's always been, you know. And so you can just see him put a lot of work there. Like, she's also always been very good on Nautilus, and Kami on the Tetris has always been really good as well. You can see the strength of their team come in right now, going up against this very strong pickup that is for the 500 credits. But we will be going to Splat Zone's Brinewater Springs for this next map. Ooh, kind of an ugly one if you ask me.
I agree. This is not one of my preferred maps. It can be dominated by E-Leader very well, which I unfortunately have not been playing as much recently, mostly due to ballpoints resurging in the meta. I love ballpoint more than E-Leader. However, I'm not expecting much of a comp change. In fact, no chargers being present. Oh, ballpoint v ballpoint. This is going to be fun.
Yeah, for sure. So we're going to see Daybreak break out the ballpoint on her side as well for a little bit more range in this map, which is very understandable as well, to get the ink just on that top perch. And we're going to see control. We're going to 45 to credits. They're going to shark very patiently with the right side to strike. It's going to try to move up now in front of pick. There's front of chip there as well, but one of the stamper does go down with that 45 to credits. But what a nice shot there by Storm. Able to find that pick in situation, but end all be all, Peach Frog will be taking that first push and that first check on the zone.
Yeah, AK on the B dualies. That's something that I think it could be played a bit more. I mean, V dualies is always seems like it has a great kit in Suction Bomb and Crept Tank, and it's just a little bit outclassed by Splash, but it can fulfill as a Splash substitute.
Yeah,
or work alongside Splash very well as well.
Yeah, for sure. We see U-Snipe here on this Stamper, is going to try to push his zone and give a lot of 70 damage there. Able to get picked there on Daybreak when I shot there. The controller's going to 45 to press and jump right there. So U-Snipe is going to take care of that very easily when I shot it there and secure that ping. You can just see the accuracy of U-Snipe right here. He's ultimately not really missing all of his flashes at all. And if he does miss, he barely misses by a margin. He's going to hold this zip caster here, possibly look for a run on that popping with the other deep cut. Here comes that zip right now. It was a contested inkjet. Will we be able to get that pick as well? That would be sick if he had gotten that pick, but ultimately it wasn't chip.
He ran out of zip.
Yeah, I almost had it right then and there, but overall, applying a lot of pressure here. Eddie's still alive. What a nice to hear by U-Snipe, able to just pretty much give a lot of space for himself for the credits.
Yeah, I'm amazed. I will always be amazed at Stamper's movement potential. Or, well, I know that a good Stamper is enough to change the course of a match. Well, any good player of any weapon can change the course of a match. But for Stamper, its outplay potential is very high. And right now it's going to be a paint fest, and unfortunately Peach Frog was unable to maintain paint, and that's a set in a very dominant fashion. Well, was it dominant?
Yeah, I'll say
dominant.
I would say it was dominant. That last game specifically was dominant. And it was like a very back and forth fight for that zone, but unfortunately, you know, Brinewater moment, they just ended up painting you there, and that's just bad luck. You know, it just ended up happening there. So 2-0 for the side of 400 credits. So they're going to be going on to winners round 4. And we're just going to go on to our next set as well. But Peach Frog, very strong team, not out of it yet. So we'll maybe see them in the future. They keep playing the way they play.
Of course, there's always the losers bracket, which you could still have a good. You could always have a good run there too. We've seen teams come back from that losers round run, and they just come back in the grand finales like, hi.
Indeed, but we will be taking you guys to a very short break. Don't go anywhere. You are watching Dapple Productions on. Yo, god dang it, I did it again. You're watching Triton Cup on Dapple Productions.
It looks like you had your own little blunder.
Splatoon Stronghold, a stronghold for competitive Splatoon, providing resources to long-timers and newcomers alike. If you're new to the competitive scene or still figuring out how to join, we have a getting started guide and plenty of other resources to help you in your journey. If you are a seasoned veteran, we still have plenty to offer. You can find and join tournaments as well as participate in our Captain Forum and find free agents and teams. Our mission is to make competitive Splatoon easily accessible to everyone. So what are you waiting for? Join the Splatoon Stronghold today!